Gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life, and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And I done see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy. Cause nobody intervenes until they see you perishing. I don't want you to wait until I die to cherish me. Cause baby, I'm the king, I can't let you embarrass me. Going in the end for me, it ain't nobody rare as me. Singing those abusing me, misusing and confusing me. Usually I'm a target, it's like they always choosing me. So I keep my heart guarded so I don't end up losing me. I'd have been broken hearted before, it's nothing new to me. They thought I was retarded cause I maneuver stupidly. When in my head I thought no one maneuvered as smooth as me. A bunch of people faking, they be acting cool with me. Steady smiling in my face and probably plan on shooting me. Last dude tried to kill me, used to go to school with me. Been knowing up since second grade, you really grew me. Now I can't leave the house unless I got that two of me. Be a cold day in hell before I let you fool with me. Girl, you wasting your time if you plan on seducing me. You can shake that booty me, but girl, it ain't amusing me. Baby, I would rather know what can you really do for me. Cause you gotta hit the door if you got plans to ruin me. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And I done see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy. If you accept me, then accept how I'm living. If you respect me, then respect my decisions. I've been thugging with a passion. There's some things you can't imagine. Got mama telling me I need to move different. I've been tripping. I don't know why me and my daughter so distant. I don't know why they wanna ride in my image. I know they don't want me completing my mission. Only God is my witness. Yeah, the same people I call family abandoned me. Say they love me and wouldn't lend a helping hand to me. So when I'm up and finally able to manage me, I bet I won't forget the things you did to damage me. Saying sorry was just a way that you could banish me. But you can keep them fake apologies you handed me. Slowly but surely becoming the man I plan to be. I got a plan for me, I don't think you understand. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And I done see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy.
Right, all right. Get the mics going on real quick.
Testing.
All right, Omaha. We're Omaha, the birth, the bless. That song was actually from a young man. He's actually locked up in Sarpy County right now. And we have people that listen to us all over. We got to start showing love, no matter the mistakes that we make, without a doubt. Let's remember that today is Saturday. It's a beautiful day outside. It's sunny, and man, I got some Hall of Famers. You know, it's good to be around some Hall of Famers, without a doubt. You know, people that have dedicated, blood, sweat, and tears. And most of them are student athletes, so they had to perform in the classroom in order to perform on the court. My heroes, my mother and father, without a doubt. Whenever they were in the crowd, I told my opponent, "Oh, it's gonna be a tough day for you." You know what I mean? It's gonna be a tough day for you. My mama and them in the crowd, and mama and them, and so I feel that they have the same essence. And I know my man, because we already got into it already. We competitors. Winners are competitors no matter what, and it's always in great spirit because it makes each of us better. And so we have a family here that have made themselves better. With a lot of kids. I don't know how many kids y'all have. How many kids y'all have in your family? 11? 11 all the way to heaven. Oh yeah, without a doubt. And so we have 11 individuals. One house only had like a couple. 11 individuals. Man, you got to produce greatness, especially when greatness. Who's the oldest? So especially when greatness starts at the top, it begins at the top, and then it trickles down. I had my Indian friend in here. He said that God said we are drops of God. We are drops of God. And so the first drop, we got to go with the first drop. It begins with the first drop, because with the first drop, the other ripples come after that. And so we will begin with the patriarch, right? All right. So we'll pick up that mic, big bro. Let the people know. Let me make sure it's on. Let me see. Check. Yes, on. It's on. Make sure. Got it. So Omaha, you know how these stars are. They got their own nouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. Yes, some predicates. Those predicates, yes, those predicates to introduce themselves. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and I'm gonna let him introduce everyone else, because he has a large family. Some are not here also that I played against, and so we want to make sure that he acknowledges everyone. He's not gonna forget everybody in his family, you know what I mean? Even though he's the oldest. We're gonna let him introduce himself, and then his rest of his family members. Then we're gonna talk to his family as a whole. So how you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you?
Good.
And
I'm gonna put this mic in. You just talk comfortable.
And thanks for inviting us in, and certainly recognizing this opportunity in our lives. And certainly, as one of my brothers said when we first came in, is that it's been an opportunity to continue the legacy of our parents throughout, their lives and their opportunities that they had given us. Although we may not have recognized it at the time, these kind of things that come about, such as an induction into a Hall of Fame, is a testimony to their lives and what they instilled in us and what we grew up with. We, as a family, it was from that perspective, growing up, it was kind of like, first we started off with 3 boys, and which I am the oldest.
Okay.
And then we had...
what's your name?
My name is Richard, and I'm the oldest.
And Richard, how old are you, Richard?
I'm 50 plus.
50 plus? Oh, man, come on, baby.
Hey.
I'm 56 in the mix.
Okay.
Hey, I let them know.
I am 58 years old.
Don't hate on 58.
No, I'm not hating on it. I'm certainly not doing that. The things that have been instilled are still going on, but I'm the oldest at 58, and then my brother behind me is Les.
Okay.
And he's, I'll let him tell his age. But then there's my brother Maurice.
Okay.
And so there were 3 boys. And so we started off as that. And then we had...
You're talking about Mo Jig, right?
Mo Jig.
Okay, we got nicknames.
Well, you had nicknames for my... I didn't come up with a nickname, but Les is known as... He's now known as Pee Wee. So for those that don't know him as Les, they know him as Pee Wee.
Right.
And then there was Mo Jig, as you said, in the community. Then there was my sister, Kathy. And I'm not sure that she have a community name or not.
My family name.
Okay. Cat. And then we had my sister, Lisa.
Okay.
And we also have my sister, Val. Now, all of them participated in sports, which is how we got to this platform on which we find ourselves now. So I was basketball, track. Les was basketball. He did a little football until they kind of turned him in a different direction, and he's focused more on basketball. Then my brother Maurice, Mo Jig, he was basketball. I tried to get him to do a little track, but he decided against that. And then my sister Kathy, she was in high school. She did volleyball and track. Well, I know you did volleyball. And then my sister Lisa, she also did a little bit of volleyball. Basketball, and then and track. So we kind of dabbled in a lot of things there. Then my sister Val, who went to, I should have named all of the schools that we went to, but I'll start back with me. I was a graduate of prep.
Okay, prep.
And then Les, he started off at prep, and he's a graduate of Central High School. Then Maurice, he's a graduate of prep. And then Kathy, she's a graduate of Marion High School. And then my sister Lisa, she's a graduate of Marion High School. And then I had my sister Val. She was a basketball player. Val did a little bit of track, maybe.
Okay.
And softball. And she's a graduate of Benson High School.
Okay.
And then we had Dale. Dale did a little bit of basketball. I tried to convince him, and now he tells me today that he should have listened to me. He should have did a little bit of track.
Oh, was he fast?
He was quick. He was quick.
He was quick on the floor.
He was quick.
He was quick on the floor.
You know, as I tell people now, it was in him. We just had to pull it out of him.
Without doubt. I mean, well, you know, track athletes. I mean, obviously you're the best athlete in the whole family because you ran track and played basketball. You know, I did the same. You know.
Well, thank you for that.
Track athletes are phenomenon.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Dale.
And then so that was Dale, and then we had my sister Diana. She did volleyball. She did basketball. Did you do track? She track, yeah. Track and cheerleading. So she got a little fancy on it. She did a little cheerleading.
Oh yeah.
But that's okay, you know. But that shows the versatility. You know,
right.
as we started going down the line, we see more versatility.
Well,
in this
I mean, the sisters they're way more beautiful than you guys. I mean,
yeah,
of course
no.
of course.
But you know what? But we didn't like that as brothers because, you know, we had to defend
protect them.
that.
Right.
Exactly.
You have to protect them. I already know.
And then after Diana, we had my sister Gayla. She participated a little bit in basketball. And she ended up graduating from Benson.
Yes.
Benson. Okay. And then we have my brother Vicente. That's not his nickname. That is his true name, Vicente Simplicio.
Okay.
And so he started off at Cathedral. Well, the reason why I smile because he did end up at Bryant. So I know that that's your school. And he did basketball and track. And then we have my sister Carla. She also played basketball. And she did a little volleyball, and she was a Bryan High School graduate.
Well, you know, I mean, so that's why y'all got the extra flavor. You know?
Well, you know, with that, it was just amazing because one of the things that our parents wanted to do along our education ways was to try and keep us all together. And so, when that wasn't possible, they put them into different programs, and I certainly think that gave an opportunity for all of us as children to be able to go into different situations and have a little change there.
Right.
And I think it's almost like, you know, planting seeds in different parts of Omaha that help. Even if I go back to any of their coaches, they can remember not only their skill levels, but their personality and the type of environment it was in when a Harrison showed up in that environment. Now that was not because of us, but that was because of our parents. And as you maybe mentioned early on, parents say out there, you go out there and you represent. And that's how I think we represented them most, was being able to be into those different environments in school, but be able to carry that proud Harrison name.
Okay. Now you guys are going to be inducted tomorrow, right? Is it going to be live? It's going to be a live stream? Is it? I mean,
well, let me turn that over to Les, because Les was, you know, and I applaud Les because one of the things that he went to do, he went and overturned some rocks and kind of see, you know, where we could lay our name in a legendary way, not necessarily for us, but for our parents.
Right.
And so he took on this task prior to our parents moving on to heaven, and to be able to actually help them to smell these flowers before they moved on.
Oh yeah.
So this was in the work, and this was, you know, we may not have always participated at the level that he wanted us to participate to get this done, but he was diligent in making this happen. So I'm going to turn it over to him to let him kind of explain how that came about.
Okay. Well, and then, you know, it always takes someone. Everybody can't lead a charge. It has to be led by one. You only got one point guard on the court. And the point.
Well, that depends on what school you went to, too.
So, bro, Les, why don't you twirl that mic 2 around so we can
right here?
Yeah, no, that one right there will be way better sound for that one. Now obviously we were just kicking it. we're
Yeah.
just kicking it, with Herschel Walker and
Yeah.
and
Mike Garrett.
and
Yeah.
Johnny Rogers,
Mike.
Mike Rozier. And so I mean, you have always had that touch of class. Even when I was doing internet radio, you brought Meadowlark Lemon, into the studio. And so your family, well, your mom and dad have the same essence of my mom and dad, that you treat your neighbors with love and respect, no matter what level that they are. We didn't have an FM station, but you still brought Meadowlark Lemon in. And so I always remember that day, and that community always remember that day. And now I always like to, reciprocate that, because my mom always said, if someone treats you good, you treat them better, because you might need them one day. And so obviously you are necessary in this community, because it's good to turn over rocks. And some people have different influences and different, like I said, if Harrison walking in the room, things change.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys need to be at the table, because you have so many offspring where you can have different spheres of influence. And so it's important that we all participate, whatever category we're in. And so you're just kicking it with the governor and the mayor, advocating, recognition, not only of the sisters from Oregon who we play on the radio. You know what I mean? You always had that love thy neighbor spirit. That's why we have, Miss Leo up there, because she had that same essence. And when we have people like that, we gotta give them, applause. So, man, you are necessary, without a doubt. Keep doing what you're doing. And sometimes roads are like the Book of Eli. You got to travel alone, and then others will follow. So let the people know who you are, because you've been on TV, international, around the world, and you're just a little guy from Omaha, right? Just a little guy.
Yeah, that's right. I was talking to Gerald Levert, and we were talking about why the band stayed together. And he said the guys that couldn't sing were always the ones that kept the bands together. And so I was the least talented out of the group, and it just kept the band together.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very easy not for just what my father did, but it made it very easy for what my siblings had already done. And I get a lot of press because I'm still in the limelight with the celebrity games and stuff. But if you come to Omaha, you always hear, "Oh, I know your sister Kat up at the bank. Yeah, I know her. Oh, I know your brother Richard. Oh, your sister Diana, she's so crazy. Oh, your brother Dale did this. Oh, that's your brother Vicente." So they made it very easy for me to just submit the information to get it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I tell everybody, it was not by my skills at all.
So it was a family affair. I tell everyone.
Yeah.
So it was the work of yesterday for the yes that you get in today. So it's the work of your whole family. So when you come in town, your family has already done the work by their ethics.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and so I think Kat and Maurice because we were my three sons, then we were the Partridge family. No, Partridge family. Then we became the Brady Bunch. Then we became Eight is Enough. And then we became the Nielsen rating service. Right. But it was I always set an example what our father did and what our mother did. And it was hard following behind Richard because I was so much opposite of him. He was taller, he was quieter. He won state championship. When he won the state championship, I was at the bottom of the league, where he went to college. So everybody, there's quite a few siblings, even Dale with his accomplishments, Diana with her accomplishments, Valerie with her accomplishment. I mean, all my sisters and brothers, and I didn't even know Kat was on a state track. I didn't even know that. So I come back and I'm finding out, man, my brothers and sisters crushed. So I said, we need to record this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get some of the ladies on the mic.
Andy always likes to speak. So for those of you see, we call each other different names,
right?
But now we got older. See, Richard ain't Richard at home. He's Ricky.
Okay.
Kathy's not Cat. She's Cat. Kathy's not Kathy. She's Cat.
Okay.
Diana's not Diana. She's Annie. Annie Greenstreet, to be exact. Dale, we call Dale Ray. So we all had our own little family names.
Right.
But yeah, so my sisters have no problem talking.
Hello.
So who's gonna have to talk first? Because
Both of us are going to speak.
Okay, so both of y'all ladies speak first. First, I want to borrow some money first of all. So we'll have Kathy speak first. So no, why don't y'all ladies go ahead and introduce yourself also?
My name is Kathy Harrison Banks.
Okay.
I'm Diana Johnson.
Diana Johnson. So you ladies got different last names now. So obviously you guys are married now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You have children as
Yes.
well as a husband. I know you guys are husbands and stuff, all that. So, so what you guys doing now? You guys still running track, playing basketball? What?
No, negative. I'm married with 2 children and 2.5 grandchildren.
Okay.
Yeah, the most I do is walk. In my mind, I want to do those
Oh,
things.
yeah, without
I
doubt.
want to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it don't happen like that. But I'm still moving. I'm still upright and moving.
Are you transitioning that skill set to your offspring and your grandchildren?
No, my children didn't. They weren't very athletic, even though me and my husband were.
Mhm.
My grandchildren are currently in Japan, so we'll have to wait until they get back.
Okay, well the Olympics over there, you never know what's going to happen.
know, right?
You never know what's going to happen. And you, mademoiselle?
I'm Diana. I am married with 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. I have my second daughter is graduating. My second child is graduating this year. So she participated in basketball and track.
Mm-hmm.
And my oldest graduated in 2019. She played basketball and she did softball.
Okay.
And so as we speak, my son is in Greensboro, North Carolina at a basketball tournament.
Oh, great.
So he does football. He does flag football. So football, basketball, baseball,
Right.
and we want to start him in track this summer to have the cross training.
Okay.
You say that just for him?
Okay, yeah.
He's a track guy.
Yeah, well, she a track lady.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
No, I'm track. I'm track. Yeah.
Where I know the top athletes already.
Yeah.
track. Where I know the top. You
Yeah.
just play basketball. You're okay. But if you did track, you're on top level. So how old is your son then?
My son is he will be 13 at the end of this
Okay,
month.
because
Yeah.
he played a lot of sports. I said, dang, boy, that's a lot of sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I forgot soccer. So my husband has been, and he does chess also. So,
Okay.
but yeah, my husband was very instrumental as the kids were growing up, coaching them.
Right.
He started, everybody started out in soccer, which is a great endurance sport. And then just go, but I didn't want to. We're a basketball family.
Mm-hmm.
We eat it, we sleep it, we drink it. We're a basketball family, but I didn't want to push just basketball.
Right.
So I let them try everything. Basketball is just what stuck. So, my son, his plan is basketball, back up to basketball is baseball, and back up to that is engineer.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're just a sports family. It's just in our blood.
Right. Let Brother Dale speak because
He's directing. He's directing.
Now, what do you ladies do now? What do you do now? You look very smart. Are you a doctor or what?
I'm a wife.
Okay. Okay. You are smart then. You are smart. He's working. There you go. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Omaha, the Bluffs, the Burbs. We are talking to the Harrison family. They will be inducted to the Nebraska Hall of Fame tomorrow at 1:00. It's going to be down in Lincoln. Where's it going to be held at?
Lincoln East High School.
Lincoln East High School. It's going to be simulcast stream.
Mhm.
So it's going to be streamed.
I'll send you the link.
Okay. You know where it's going to be streamed at? I can share it on social media.
Share it on social media. We'll share it on our pages as well.
So make sure you guys go to our social media page later, 95.7 The Boss. We'll share that link where you can actually see the live stream of the induction. Is anyone else going to be inducted tomorrow besides you guys?
Tony Veland.
Veland. Oh, Veland. All right, Tony Veland. Played at Nebraska. Vincent graduate. Mighty Bunny. He's a Mighty Bunny. played at Nebraska, and then I forgot where he played pro
Denver
at.
Broncos.
Broncos, and I think he's a Super Bowl champion
Yeah,
too.
he has a
National
ring.
champion in Nebraska.
National champion. Great. So you're gonna have a lot of blackness up in Lincoln tomorrow. A lot of blackness right now. That's good. That's good. So now who has you guys have kids? Dale, you got kids?
Yes.
Okay, let me holler at Dale for a little bit because he think he can still ball.
No, I don't. Well, Bill, thanks for having us again. I'm a graduate of Benson,
Right.
1989. I'm married. My wife Tisha, and I have two daughters, Jasmine and Jade.
Okay.
Both who participate in track and cheerleading.
Great athletes.
It's an honor to be put into the Hall of Fame, but as I said before, when we first came in, this is a direct result of our mom and dad's sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that instilled this in us.
Right.
And then after that, all I did was follow in my brother's footsteps.
Right.
My brother Richard set the way. My brother Les showed me how to do things. I took a little bit from each one of them. And then
Right.
my sisters,
Mm-hmm.
more importantly, they showed me how to be a gentleman, how
Right.
to respect women, how to be courteous and professional. Not that my brothers didn't, but my mother always emphasized that.
Oh yeah, the women are totally different.
And I'm a direct result of all of their hard work and achievements. Now, like I tell everybody, basketball and sports in general are a foundation
Right.
for kids to be able to develop hard work, sacrifice,
Mhm.
discipline, learning how to work with others.
Right.
You don't expect your kids to go pro. It's a blessing if they do,
Mhm.
but more importantly, you set the table for them for the foundation of life.
Without a doubt.
You have to be able to compete. You have to have disappointments, downfalls, and accomplishments in order to make yourself better.
Mhm.
That's what it's all about. And again, shout out to my man, Tony Veland. Congratulations, bro. Well deserved.
Without a doubt.
One classy gentleman. Him and Troy Travis were probably the best two athletes I competed with
Right.
and against in my time of playing,
And
athletics.
Troy Child's a bad man too because
Oh,
he
yeah.
played semi-pro
Quarterback,
football or
quarterback at Benson, and then for the Omaha Beef.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was, and this is the one thing people don't. Troy was just as good a basketball player as he was a football player.
Without a doubt. Shouts out to Troy Travis. He used to open up the gym for us, and I think they still play before they moved.
Yeah,
at 6 o'clock
rest
the
in
morning.
rest in peace.
Without a doubt. Omaha, the Birds of Bloods again. We're talking to the Harrison family. They will be inducted tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's at Lincoln Southeast High School. If you're in Lincoln, pull up on them. Oh, yeah, pull up on them. Make sure you're wearing your mask and congratulate them. We will have the post later on our social media site so you guys can actually see the live streaming. We actually gonna have to have their parents in here because sometimes we want to brag off the parents. The children, always, enjoy the lights, camera, and action. But when my mom was alive and I had the opportunity to bring her on stage, she was right there with me, talking smack. You know what I mean? So next time when we actually get inducted, bring your mother and father back, and so we can brag off them, blindfold them. And then we'll surprise them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a good point. And so what we can do is actually bring a portrait because our parents did transition.
Okay, sorry to hear about that.
And that's not a problem. So in doing that, we can bring a portrait back and just kind of talk about that and things that they meant to us. And certainly, this is a plug for some of the things that they've done. Wasn't maybe brought up, but we have, based upon that, we have established a scholarship fund.
Okay.
It's 3 years going into 4 years of the making where we established it at Sacred Heart School here in the North Omaha community. And that scholarship fund will take care of tuition for those families that are wanting to have their children get an education at a Catholic school organization.
Right.
And that was established. That was our legendary thing that we established in their name to be able to impress upon the importance of education that they instilled upon us, but also the number of hours that they spent volunteering down at community school. So certainly We wanted not to go without saying that, because that's an opportunity for the community to participate. Unfortunately, unfortunately, last year, COVID took away our fundraising opportunities, but this year we're going to talk about it again to see how we can raise funds, because every year we like to replenish that scholarship so it can be long, even before, after, or even after all of us go on to glory,
Right.
that scholarship would still be in place for someone to benefit off.
Now, did Lisa have something to do with that?
Lisa did. She was very instrumental in getting that started,
Okay.
and keeping it going.
Right. I work with Lisa all the time down Sacred Heart. I love little people. I'm a product of Wesley House and Boys Club. And so I will always give back to young people, always. Again, blessings to your family. I do got to go to this program. Bring a picture of your portrait of your family back, your mom, your dad, because this is the reason why I started my morning show, because my mom, 2 days after she died, I caught the train to Denver and caught the train back that Monday morning, and I started the show. So I dedicated for my mom, and so I wouldn't be without her and my father, and so those my heroes. So no, we could brag off them. Those are ancestors, and that's what I advocate all the time, that we need to start giving more respect to our ancestors. Then we'll make better decisions for our children and our children's children. So you guys are an example of greatness. You are an example of not making your family name bad. You don't mess up your family name. You know what I mean? So you guys are an example of that. Hopefully, other families can enjoy that also. So we're gonna applaud y'all while y'all live. Thanks for passing me the ball every once in a while.
We wanted to definitely give a shout out to our brothers and sisters or siblings that were not able to make it here.
Yes.
And we, our families, the Crosley family, the Davis family, the Jones family. Did I miss anybody? Who? Oh, neighbors, and we got a whole bunch of them.
Friends,
but
relatives,
the Prince, the Cottons, the Jacksons, the Haynes.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't have. Our father, Mr. McIntosh. Mr. McIntosh was very impactful for us. But what you see today here with my siblings is a product of my mother and father, but it's also a big product of those who were partnering with our mother and father. Sacred Heart was very instrumental in where we're at. Creighton Prep, Marion, Benson, Central, Bryan, Cathedral. So when we go accept the award tomorrow, we're not just accepting it for our mother and father. Our mother and father made it possible for us to accept the award for our community and the community at large. And I think we are the first Black family to receive the award.
Right.
And not that being Black or white makes a difference, but my brother Richard was saying that it opens up the doorways for other families now to get involved. So we're very happy that the Nebraska Sports Hall of Fame saw fit to recognize our mother and father. And we promise that we will wear it proudly throughout the community, and we'll always give back.
Without a doubt. Omaha, the birds are blessed. You've been listening to the Harrison family. They are a representative of greatness. Oh yeah, 2 feet in, 2 feet in. Without a doubt, baby. North side. Oh yeah, this is where the greatness comes from. This is why we brag off our neighbors, because the perception is opposite. We're showing you the opposite of that. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We're gonna show it on our social media. 1 o'clock tomorrow, Lincoln Southeast. You're in Lincoln, pull up on them. Shouts out again to the Veland family, because the Velans, I mean, the other brothers, they got brothers also that bald, also that's down the line. And so we want to give shouts out to their family also. You know, 2 Black men. We're gonna be blackness in Lincoln tomorrow, boy. I mean, I like that. That's showing some community pride, but it's showing your professionalism, because you transition from athletics. Now you're mothers, fathers, businessmen, businesswomen, and leaders of the community. And which is like Dale said, Athletic is a snapshot of life. It's just everything you learn, the sacrifices, the hard work. You just transition that into life. And so when people ask me how you doing, William, I said, man, I'm just staying consistent. You know what I mean? On the court, got to stay consistent, boy. I got to get one. You know what I mean? I'm staying consistent. You know what I mean? So as long as we stay consistent, taking care of our body, taking care of our minds, then our children will enjoy, our long life. And so we have a ability to teach them in that long life. Omaha, I'm out of here. I know I'm late for the game. They playing over in South Omaha. If you want to see a pro basketball game, I think it's free too, over at the Kroc Center. They playing right now the Omaha, I can't remember their names, but the Omaha Cutters. There it is, Omaha Cutters. I forget who they playing, but I'm finna roll up on them right now. And if you guys get a chance, go over there and support them. Today, get out and enjoy the sun. I don't know if the sun out. No, it ain't out, y'all. Tomorrow, get some vitamin D out tomorrow. All right. We out of here, y'all. Boss with us.
All right.
Let's take some pictures, guys, and we get y'all out of here.
That's your call.
It's just a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real. Now, here's what I want you all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me. It's contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease. Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus. Cover your mouth. Say it. You're contagious.
So stay home. Stop the spread. Save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up. You ain't
We're here to keep you informed.
Coronavirus. Just get it real. Don't believe the hype.
In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Don't believe the hype.
Are you a business person fed up with working for someone else? Are you in sales and tired of traveling for and selling for a company you don't own? You could partner with iTex, the country's largest retail trade exchange. iTex helps individuals and businesses increase sales, move idle inventory, open new markets, and build cash profit. Now is a great time to partner with us in this fast-growing business. Visit omaha.itex.com. Become an iTex partner. Visit omaha.itex.com.